All right, here we are for another connection video at the beginning of week 5, and for whatever reason, the microphone is not working as well as it did before, and hence I'm holding this thing up in front of my mouth, hopefully to be better heard, so just kind of ignore this, I guess. Anyways, these are the things I want to touch upon for today. Let me look at my agenda real quick. We are transitioning from a focus on Jesus himself and his ministry to the church, and how the church continues his ministry in the world. So one thing I want to say about this is that the same spirit that was upon Jesus during his ministry, and you see that in the baptism narrative that are recorded in the Gospels, or that same spirit that fell upon Jesus and remained with him, that same spirit is given to the church at Pentecost. And so we, all who are believers, partake of the same spirit, are empowered by the same spirit to continue the ministry of Jesus in this world. So that's just one of the connective threads that you want to hang on to as you go forward into the next couple of weeks. Like I said, this is a transition from Jesus' ministry to looking at the church that Jesus founded that shares that same spirit. This first week, what we're going to be looking at is the church that Jesus founded through his apostles, the disciples that followed him. You could see the founding of this church recorded in the book of Acts with the coming of the Holy Spirit. And also you see in the New Testament that church was responsible for the formation of the New Testament, its writing through the Gospels and the writings of the apostles, as well as the formation of the New Testament itself. Next week, we're going to be focusing on the church now, the church in the present world, and we're going to be looking at how the church has developed over the centuries, as well as remained faithful to Jesus over the centuries, and sometimes not so faithful. And that's going to be very fitting for the fact that you're going to be writing your signature assignment, which is basically about how the church continues Jesus' ministry in relation to the case studies that you choose. So keep that in mind, that we're kind of, once again, transitioning from a focus on Jesus' ministry to the church, both the early church and then the church in the world today. And let me see, what else do I want to address? Oh, regarding the signature assignment, I want to draw your attention to a folder called Signature Assignment Stuff, which is located in the Stuff You Want folder, which is located in the Moodle header. In that Signature Assignment folder, you will find 2 examples, a student example and a brief example that I myself wrote that kind of communicates to you my expectations of what I'm looking for, the kind of writing I'm expecting for this assignment. You'll also find an expanded rubric that kind of breaks down in detail what I'm looking for in each sections of the paper, the introduction, the body, as well as the conclusion, kind of the qualities and features that I'll be looking for and what I'll be assessing. Finally, a lot of you have expressed problems getting a hold of the Anabaptist video. So I went into that assignment page for that forum and I embedded a YouTube video, the YouTube version of that video that you can watch. Yes, it is after the due date, but if you want to do that assignment still, I will accept it late. So I think I resolved that if you want to go check that out. I'm going to keep this brief. What am I up to right now? Let me check my 3 minutes and 28 seconds. I think that's everything that I want to do in the way of a connection. If you have any questions, as always, reach out to me via phone or via email or the messages in the question and answer forum on the Moodle header. I try to get to that. I think I said like at least once a week. And in fact, just today, earlier, I went through all of those and responded. And that's it. I guess that's my connection. Hope you all do well, and I will see you online.